After years in the British Armed Forces and serving in personal administration as HR specialist, here is the 5 money mistakes I see a lot of soldiers make. And see, I'm not gonna waste time. Let's get right into it. Anyway, welcome to my Saturday morning walk. It's a beautiful environment. What do you see? This is lovely, and wow, this is priceless, and I love it. And we are gonna get deep into the greens. So if you are the person who loves the greens, be with me because we're getting deep into the greens today. All right, okay, all right. Let's hit back on it. And so this is what actually happens. They finance the image before they build their finances. What am I talking about? Yes, you join the army and now you can afford basic stuff, things that you were not able to afford, because even now the entry pay that you are given is around £27,800, and I mean that can really be comparable to a lot of careers out there, and so it isn't a bad entry. They go on car finance, and what am I talking about? £500 a month in a year. That is £6,000 in 5 years. That is £30,000. But my question is, within that same 5 years, what else did you build? Because a car, it's a depreciating asset. It has not increased in its value. The moment you drive a car out of a showroom, the value and the actual price of the car drops. And so £500 every month. And yet, no investment. You like people to see the image. You have arrived. Yeah, this is where you are. And so finance become the order of the day. This is a problem I personally see every blessed day in my job. And so what end up happening is their salary all of a sudden is not enough, even though they are a newly personnel. Their salary is not enough. For someone who is 18, 17, 20, 22 on a £27,800 a year, it is still not enough. Because of the commitment that you have committed yourself to. And that is one of the mistakes I see people make all the time. I am not against driving a luxury car. Personally, I drive a 4-wheel. And so I do understand that luxury can also add up a little bit to yourself, especially your self-esteem. But I am talking about multiple streams of income here and not just a military salary. You understand? And also how long I've been serving in the army, the level I am at the moment in the British Armed Forces. That is what I'm talking about. And so someone who just joined the army, please, you need a financial advisor. You need someone to help you. All right, so I think I am improperly dressed today. The reason is because when I was leaving the house, it was windy and cloudy. But now look, the sun is all over. And so I'm going to travel this way because I wanted to see that entry over there. It's beautiful, isn't it? And look at the top. Do you see that at the top? All right. So number 2, treating your army salary as though it is permanent. One day you will leave just as you entered. And regardless of where you are serving, it could be in the police, it could be in the, what you call it, the Navy, RAF, it could be fire service, it could actually be NHS. One day you entered, there's also going to be an exit. And so when you enter, that is when you begin your exit planning. That is what I said earlier. Everyone at every level, regardless of where you find yourself, you need someone, a friend who is in finance or a financial advisor. You need someone to support you in making the right decisions. Now, let me ask you this question. Should your last paycheck hit your account today, and that is it, there isn't going to be any more pay coming from the armed forces, would you have built investments? Would you have an emergency fund built? Would you have a skill? That is what I'm talking about. And so just as you enter, we also need to plan the exit strategy. and this one will be done without being emotional. I keep saying this: financial decisions are not emotional decisions. And so please, just as you entered, so there is going to be an exit point. Now that is beautiful. I love it. We are going deep in there. Are you scared? All right. And so it isn't permanent. You could have served 22 years, 12 years, 4 years. It is not permanent. Just as you entered, someday you are going to exit. And so, oh, now the sun is coming this way. Let me turn that way and see what is happening. Now I can't even see anything. All right. So one day you'll be leaving anyway. So when that day comes, what would have happened? Would your life change? Can you still live as you progress to the next level? That is what I am actually talking about. And for someone who is working now in the HR sector, in the personal administration, I see this on daily basis. People leaving and they are weary leaving. Why? There's no plan. Okay, so number 3 is waiting until transition before preparing for transition. I don't know if I'm making sense with that point. The day you entered the army, you begin planning for transition. What am I talking about? If you leave the army today, can a civilian employer understand the qualifications you have? And so we need to find a way. Let me say, can I move it this way? Okay. I had wanted you to see me, how we enter. yeah. I think it's better this way, yeah. So if you leave the army today, can the next employer understand where your qualification sets are? And so we do not plan at a time of transition. We plan at a time when the uniform is on. We plan when we are so proud in the service. We plan when we're going for that car. We plan when we're going for that loan. You understand? That is when you plan. Because we need a transition that is as smooth as possible. We do not want to become a burden on any other person when we leave the armed forces. And trust me, you can leave the armed forces on a steady pace rather than running into the wonderland. And to me, that is scary. And so your skill set, have you acquired any civilian qualification? It's so imperative. Have you invested? What knowledge have you added to yourself? Like I said, I'm in the British Armed Forces. I hold a finance degree. I'm still studying to become a chartered. Now, I'm not talking about financial advisor because we've moved past. I'm talking about chartered financial planner. There's a difference there. And that is why I'm at this side of the world still talking about finance with you. That is why you have the opportunity to hear from this voice. Because we've attracted the qualification. We are still in education. We are still adding up. Do we have to? No, we don't. Because we've actually mounted pillars. But then, is it enough? I'm that person that when I don't add up within 2 years, I feel like there's a skill fade. I feel like there's something happening to me. I get it. Not everyone is like that. I like the fact that people can just go to work and come back home and life is all right and they are perfect. No, I'm not like that. But you do not have to be like me. But the little things you can tweak, add up that skill. Find a way to ensure that your qualifications can be converted on the civil street. Be employable on the civil street, even when you are in the army. That is how you do it. Oh, I love this background. It's beautiful. Let's keep moving. So I've never been to the top, but we're going to do this together. I don't know what is there. I want to believe it's the man on the horse. You remember what I showed you earlier? I don't know. Let's do this together. All right. So number 4, we do it whilst we're talking at the same time. All right. Okay. So number 4 is building permanent expenses with temporarily military income. What am I talking about? So you go on a tour. There is a deployment. Allowances are VIP up because when we travel, we make more money. All right? That is the truth. Up bonuses here and there. And then all of a sudden, you have to increase your lifestyle. Once again, we go for that car. We start behaving as if the world is underneath us. Why? Because when you come back from your up, there's going to be huge sums of money. Your allowances are going to be all over the place. But then it's temporarily. If the up is 6 months, that is what you're getting. That is allowance you are getting. If it is 3 months, that is how much allowance you're getting. It is not permanent. So we can't plan, we can't go into contract because of 6 months of an up bonus. No, that is wrong. You see, it is always the mindset and who you actually talk to. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, so I said it right. Look at that. Look at that. This is look at that. Can you see? So that's the horse at the top. Yeah. But we get closer. Oh, okay. Let's go for some history. All right. Here I am. I hope I'm allowed and permitted. I mean, I think I'm home because this is Wellington. And do you see what I see? You see the, is that Wellington? Okay, all right. Maybe it is where it is. I do not know much. I should know much about that, but for some reason I don't know. If we add, okay, I'll let it be. Okay, so that is not a permanent income. Your income is your salary. Your income is when you get the, oh no. Okay, let me move. 5 is thinking military pension is enough. Now, let me pause because I really want to ensure that this is sinking down well. Yes, I do acknowledge we have a valuable pension scheme. Regardless, 75 or 515 is still awesome. But your pension shouldn't be the only strategy, financial planning. It should be only just a component or a fraction of the pillars you have mounted if you want to do well in life. Your real pension is what you build out of that 9 to 5. Out of that commitment, that is what is your real pension. And so I get the workplace pension in service. But what is your real pension? Forgive me. I'm so sorry. Why am I sneezing? Is it because of where I am? Sorry. Okay. Really? All right, let me get up here. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Breathe it. I'm so sorry. So that is your real pension. I'm talking about your investments. I'm talking about the business you build out, especially those in Remy. Your skill set in the army does not fade, even on the silver streets. And so when you leave as a royal electrical and mechanical engineer, what do you take out there? What do you build out there? We need to become CEOs. We need to own garages here and there. We need to have a partnership with some firm where we provide value, assets. I don't want to get emotional. The armed forces can give you incredible opportunities, but the army is not responsible to making you wealthy. That is on you. That is you to do. So let me ask you this question. Should you leave the army today after 5 years, after 10, after 12 years, after 22 years in service? What is your takeaway? Apart from your medals? Apart from the memories? Apart from the pension? What else do you take away? Please, please, do not stop learning. Do not stop building those skills. Do not stop building that portfolios. Do not be shy of taking that finance side to the next level. Why am I passionate about this? I see people go down the drain with nothing after years in service. As always, this is Yard Finance. I can't wait to see you at the top. God bless you. And if you haven't followed this platform, do me the honor. Also, you want to work one-on-one with me, go to my stand store and book an appointment with me. You want that child to be mentored, go to the stand store and book that appointment with me. Let's talk about finance. Let's talk about wealth. God bless you. And I will see you at the top. I mean, do I mean that top? You mean where I was sneezing? No.